Good afternoon. It is Monday, July the 1st. Welcome to the month of July and the big holiday week that is upon us. Probably a short week for many of you and a very important weather week with lots going on across the area. Of course, fireworks displays coming up later in the week. And the Big Butler Fair is ongoing since the weekend and lasts through the week and into the weekend. Of course, parades coming up on Thursday as well. So lots of important weather information to break down over the course of the next several days. Hope you had a great weekend. We had some stormy weather on Saturday, but the payoff was a real nice day yesterday with sunshine and low humidity, which has carried over into Monday and the month of July so far. That said, let us begin the show.
It's time to go. Outside it's raining cats and dogs. Someone told me it's about to snow. I need a friend, you know. It's PittsburghWeatherNow.com. And we're starting the show.
All right, and there we have it. Whiteboard weather is off and running on this Monday and the very first day of July 2019. Photos there from our photo gallery, which is ever expanding, and that was from our Best of the Berg party, which some of you attended. Those of you that did not attend, apologies that you couldn't make it. You certainly were missed, but you can check out that photo gallery anytime. We have the whole gallery now in our Buell Insurance Agency photo gallery, which you can link to right at the top of the homepage. And I do want to quickly talk about the website today because I do have to welcome a new sponsor to PittsburghWeatherNow.com. First off, there is the top of the homepage, and as I mentioned, right here near the top, that's where you can link to the photo galleries. Right here is where you link to our weather shop and our whiteboard weather merchandise. I have had some pictures rolling in of people on vacation with their whiteboard weather t-shirts, and I encourage you that if you have some whiteboard weather merch, you don't even have to be out of town. Just send me a photo of where you're wearing your whiteboard weather merchandise. And also, if you're just on vacation and don't have a whiteboard weather t-shirt, that's fine. Send me a photo of where you're enjoying part of your summer. Here's our whiteboard weather theme song from Good Brother Earl. You can link right to the little music video. And we have another 6 days to vote for Best TV Personality as nominated in the Pittsburgh City paper. And the link to vote is right here. If you haven't voted already, it certainly would be appreciated. Right here on the homepage, we have our weather fun fact of the day talking about clouds, something we are very familiar with here in Western Pennsylvania. So check that out. And I'd like to welcome our new sponsor on our homepage, Braun Bostitch Associates, with Weather Wealth Tips, all weather wealth tips. This is really interesting stuff. If you're getting ready to plan for retirement, you can check out every Monday. We're going to be posting, or Braun Bostitch will be posting, a new all-weather wealth tip for you to read and maybe get yourself educated on how to save toward retirement and how to kind of navigate the fluctuations in the stock market. So you can read our all-weather wealth tips, and you can link to it right there from the homepage. Thank you to Braun Bostitch for being a sponsor of PittsburghWeatherNow.com, and check out their tips right there on the homepage. Today talks about reviewing your credit report regularly. So that's some really interesting information that they'll be providing again every Monday. You can link right to their all-weather wealth tips for the week. All right, let's get to some other information before we move on. First off, if you're out and about today, still have an allergy report to discuss because tree pollens were in a moderate range today and grass pollens in a high range. So if you're still suffering a little bit, it's due to this tree and grass pollens that have kind of spiked a little bit, probably due to our really long streak of 2 days in a row of dry weather. Unfortunately, we're not probably going to get much past 3, but we're settling, as we talked about last week, into a more summer weather pattern for Western PA, which means we're going to get into a regular setup where we see some of these scattered or pop-up afternoon thunderstorms, almost like a Florida-ish weather pattern, but many hours of every day will end up being rain-free. It's just as you get toward that late afternoon time frame, starting tomorrow, that we may see a couple of showers or a thunderstorm popping up in some scattered and spotty locations. We'll talk more about that momentarily. First, your birthday's on this first day of July. If you have a birthday or know someone who celebrates, they share their birthday with Princess Diana. Pamela Anderson celebrates her birthday today. Actress Liv Tyler and daughter of Steven Tyler of Aerosmith fame. Comedian Dan Aykroyd, a birthday today. Blondie, Deborah Harry, celebrates her birthday today. Missy Elliott has a birthday. Carl Lewis, the Olympian track and field star, birthday today. And if you remember the hockey player for one season or part of one season that played with the Penguins, Jerome Ginla, has his birthday today. And I've been watching carefully myself. NHL free agency started today, watching the Penguins' moves very carefully. They signed a guy from the Winnipeg Jets. And perhaps there are more moves not too far in the future, watching the Penguins moves very carefully, at least I am. National Postal Worker Day today. I did visit the post office and wished the postal workers a happy day today. It's also National Postage Stamp Day today and National Ginger Snap Day today. And if you're a fan of U.S. history, it was on this date in 1863 that the Battle of Gettysburg began, July 1st through the 3rd of 1863. The Battle of Gettysburg, which took place not too far to our east. So that is what we got cooking for today. Now it is time to talk about the weather again, because it is a big week ahead with the holiday and everything that comes with that. Fireworks, parades, festivals all across the area. And if you have just backyard barbecue plans, wanting to go to the pool, we want to get you set and let you know what to expect over the course of the next several days. I'm going to start with a quick look back right now. This is total precipitation through June 30th. So through the first 6 months of 2019, the official number 25.39 inches of precipitation. Now, our climatology is 19.4 inches, which means for the year, we have a surplus of roughly 6 inches of precipitation. So we're way above average for 2019, and that picks up on the heels of 2018, which through June the 30th of last year, which was the wettest year on record, as you know, we had 27.64. So we're not quite on pace with last year, but we're not too far behind, just a little over 2 inches behind the pace of the record-setting year of 2018. July is off to a dry start this first day. We're sitting at 80 degrees right now. We have calm winds, and the dew point is nice and comfortable at 54. That will be changing starting tomorrow and through the rest of the week. If you're not a fan of the humidity, you're probably not going to like the rest of the week very much. Here's a quick look at the surface map. High pressure sitting in control right now. And what occurs over the next several days, it's really just going to be a repeat pattern. High pressure is going to start settling up shop to our south. And it's going to be a large area of high pressure, but what happens is the counterclockwise circulation around high pressure moves in this general direction. We are going to be literally on the rim, what's called the rim of a ridge of high pressure, or the northernmost influence. which means we're not going to get complete influence from high pressure, but we're also not going to get, not totally going to get uninfluenced by high pressure is what I'm trying to say. We're kind of in between high pressure to our south and a kind of a more active storm track to our north, which means we will see, as I said, periods of dry weather. Every day probably is going to be more dry time than wet time, but every day is also going to include a southwest flow, which is going to bring up more atmospheric moisture, so we're looking at higher levels of humidity. And it also means we're going to see occasional disturbances, maybe passing by to our north and firing off a couple spotty showers. Daytime heating itself could lead to a couple showers or a thunderstorm to pop across the area. That starts tomorrow and continues right into Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. This surface map is going to look very much the same, with the high sitting here and a stationary boundary sitting here. Again, this is kind of a real pain in the you-know-what for people like me, because I like to give you timing information, location information. You know, when's it going to rain and where's it going to rain. I have a good idea of when it may rain every day. The problem is location is going to be varying from day to day. It's just a matter of where a shower or thunderstorm pops, and then it could be 25 miles away that you stay dry all day. So it's going to be one of those setups that you're going to have to keep an eye to the sky. So if you do get wet, it's probably not going to be for a long period of time. You'll just get a passing shower, a thunder shower, and then 30 minutes later it should move on to the sun. Will end up popping back out. So it's really just going to be a repeating pattern. Wash, rinse, and repeat the next several days. All right, let's get to the whiteboard. And the quote of the day: storms don't last forever. Boy, truer words were never spoken. So hang in there. Here's your sunrise and sunset times, 8:54 and 5:54. I did have somebody ask me, are the days getting shorter? Or the daylight periods getting shorter would be more appropriate. Yes, they are. Each day we lose about 30 seconds to a minute of daylight, so it's incremental, but we are technically seeing some shorter daylight periods. Average high and low 82, 62 for the first day of July, and the moon phase is waning crescent. We'll be at a new moon tomorrow night. Your June rewind: officially 6.42 inches of rain fell over the 30 days, which for the month was a surplus of 2.12 inches. Our average high and low for the month were 78 and 59, which put us just about a half a degree below average. So very close to average with regards to temperature, and obviously way above average with regards to rainfall. Looking ahead to July, the average rain, according to climatology, is 3.83 inches, and the average temperatures are 82 and 63. And here's another interesting point of note. As of July 1st, we've had no 90-degree temperatures so far this season / summer. I did check at this point last year. We had 3 90-plus degree days already, but none so far this season. All right, tonight, mainly clear skies. It'll be muggy or becoming muggy again. Dew points will start to inch up, 67. Tomorrow, 86 degrees, partly sunny, and get used to hearing this term: scattered afternoon thunderstorm. Again, I don't think it's widespread. Not everyone will see a thunderstorm, but they'll be hit and miss starting tomorrow and really right through the rest of the week. Tomorrow evening, a spotty early evening shower, then humid with clouds, 68. The low temperature. On Wednesday, warm and steamy. An afternoon thunder shower possible, again in a spotty hit and miss fashion. The 4th of July, 87. Warm and humid, a spotty afternoon thunder shower. I saw some of you writing in about the parades, the Cannonsburg parade. There's one in Zelienople as well. I think the parades will be fine. That spotty afternoon thunder shower chance probably won't be until after about 3 o'clock. So it looks like the thunder shower chance would be between parades and fireworks. I think once the time fireworks roll around, any thunder shower chance should go by the wayside. Then Friday, partly sunny, again an afternoon shower chance, 87 to Sidney Crosby, 4th and 5th of July. And then warm and muggy on Saturday and 85 degrees. So you will note Temperatures are going to be pretty much uniform over the next several days, right there in the mid 80s. It will be humid with that chance of a spotty hit and miss afternoon shower or thunder shower. So again, pretty much a repeating pattern over the next several days. We're not all obviously getting through the next several days rain-free, but there's a chance that you could go 2 of the next 5 days and not see any rain, and then you could get some rain on 3 of the next 5 days. So it's just going to be one of those things that, again, we can't pinpoint location, but timing is generally going to be the second half of the afternoon and the earliest part of the evening. If you want to list a time frame that you're going to have a best chance, I'd say between about 3 and 7:30 most days, and then once we get towards sunset, that chance will go by the wayside. So that is going to do it for today. I thank you all for joining in on this first day of July. Again, visit PittsburghWeatherNow.com to check out the website. You can get merchandise there. You can also check out our photo gallery. And I ask you once again to please send your photos. PittsburghWeatherNow@gmail.com is our email address, so you can reach out to us. One final note, almost forgot this. Wanted to show you the outlook. If you're still with us, hang in there. I wanted to show you the outlook according to the Climate Prediction Center for the month of July, what they expect to happen with regard to averages over the next 30 days. Temperature-wise, we're going to be right on the cusp. You can see that blue line through part of the area. We're going to be right on the cusp of average to slightly below average. So no real extreme heat is expected over the next 4 weeks. That's not to say we couldn't have a really hot day here or there, but nothing of an elongated or long time frame. And precipitation, not above, not below, but probably right near normal. EC, which is what you see right above Pennsylvania, means equal chances. So that's sort of playing the middle road there, saying that we have probably a likelihood of seeing right around 4 inches of rain for the month of July. But again, that's going to be variable from one location to the next. As you know by now, some places, some days get deluge of rain. Other places get nothing. So that's just sort of a guideline, but not really can pin down that everyone is going to see near or above average precip. Again, thanks for joining me today. Have yourself a great Monday. I am heading off to 2 baseball games this evening out in Center Township in Beaver County. One is a championship game for my 10-year-old son, and one is a semifinal game for my 12-year-old son. So go BMP, go Rams, and I will talk to you tomorrow. See ya.